Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff in America. That's right, I'm home on vacation and I've actually enjoyed having a little time off the channel, but time marches on and so must my cooking. So we're going to be making a little something here at my mom's house that I've been thinking of since I've been here. I brought along some of my favorite soup broth and I got a couple ingredients that are a little harder to get in Japan. So tonight we're going to make some nice, simple, flavorful soup and we'll have a little meat as our side dish. All right, let's go and take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with. Here are the ingredients for tonight's soup. Of course, we start with my favorite negishio broth. Got a couple of bay leaves to toss in and some instant mashed potatoes to thicken it up. But the star of the soup will be these little red potatoes and a little bit of green onion and some fresh parsley that my mother actually grows out in her sunroom. All right, let's go ahead and get these potatoes prepared. So I've got 10 red potatoes. These are things that I cannot easily find in Japan. I think we're just going to cut these into quarters. And these have been pre-washed, so I don't really feel like I need to wash these. That's all 10 potatoes. Let's go ahead and set these aside and start to work on the soup. All right, got our negishio broth here. Just going to pour that straight into the pan. Next, we'll add some black pepper. Should be enough. Next, put in a couple of bay leaves. These are a little old, so we'll use 2. And we'll put in all of these potatoes. Let's turn on the heat and get this boiling. While we're waiting for that to boil, we'll go ahead and chop up these green onions just a little bit ahead of time here. That's all the green onions chopped up. We're going to go ahead and set these aside. Also, while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and tear off some of this parsley to add to the soup. I think that's a nice amount of parsley. Let's go ahead and check in on our soup. As you can see, it's bubbling nicely. Just then heat down just a little bit. Smells good. But I'd like to thicken this up using some instant mashed potatoes. Put in a little bit to start, and always add more later. I think I am going to cover this. Let's check in on the soup here. It's bubbling along nicely. I think I could use a little bit more instant mashed potatoes to thicken this up here. That should do it. All right. Give it a little bit longer before adding in anything else. Check on these again. Yeah, I think it's time to put in our green onion here. Let that cook a little while longer. Man, that smells good. Those green onions are really doing their work. It's time to go ahead and put in our parsley. All right, and a few more minutes to let that cook. Oh, that does smell good. Let's see how thick it is. You know, I really think it needs a little bit more mashed potatoes. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and keep it on the lowest heat, cover it up, and we're going to move on to our side dish. Our side dish is going to be these seasoned pork carnitas. Basically, we're going to microwave this pouch in this tray and just dump them in and eat. Pretty easy. All right, check that out. It's ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and eat. All right, moment of truth. I have here a fresh hot bowl of soup with red potatoes, green onions, and fresh parsley. And I've got some of these pork carnitas, and my mom made buttery biscuits for the occasion. So we got a little bit of everything. And to wash it down, got myself a Smittix red ale, which I cannot find in Japan. All right, so let's give it a try and see how it tastes, all right? Get a little bit here with potato and some green onion, a small piece here. All right. Oh, that's good. No, that is nice. These red potatoes are good, and the broth is definitely a little bit thicker from all the mashed potatoes I put in there. Aside from the nice kind of salty flavor of the negishio broth, I had actually some real green onions in there and some fresh parsley. These are a nice burst of flavor. I'm gonna have a bite of this, yeah. I like that those potatoes are nice and cooked. All right, wash it down with a little bit of red ale here. Oh, that is nice. All right, let's try a little bit of these carnitas here. Nice piece right there. Mm. 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 So the nature of carnitas is they are extremely tender pork. And so they really just kind of fall apart, which means they're very easy to chew. They go down real smooth. I really like these. I need a little piece here. Mm. Mm. And finally, some fresh baked buttery biscuits. Mm. Mm. Those are great. Those are fresh out of the oven. Nice and buttery. And with a little bit of dill on top. And yeah, those taste really good. All right. I think I'm going to need just a little bit more of everything before we wrap this up. Go. One more bite of our soup. Sorry, see, there you go. That is excellent. All right. A little bit of carnitas. We get a little. Let me just here. It's an excellent companion to the soup and really just required a little microwaving. That's all. And finally, a piece of butter biscuit. So this is real simple to make. The broth came out of a pouch, as always, and the vegetables were pretty easy to prepare. Everything else was just put in the pot and just periodically adding more ingredients and letting it sit for a while. The carnitas, I microwaved these. And as for the buttery biscuits, my mom made those, so that was real nice of her. I have most of my stuff here left, and we've got plenty of soup and plenty of carnitas left over, and I think we got plenty of buttery biscuits. So if I don't have this again, my mother can definitely have some leftovers once I'm gone. Anyway, as always, appreciate you guys stopping in. We'll see you in the next video.